in the world? Okay, initially I saw a sparkle. There it is. Then I saw what I thought was a fake bird, and then this showed up. And whatever I saw the first time that flashed was a very bright light, and I started to be able to see all of the different fractals. It was like different ions that I was seeing and experiencing, and I was unable to focus on anything else. Look at this other thing that's coming through right now. Oh, I didn't even do that. Let's see if we can get focused back here. Here we go. They definitely didn't want to be seen. And I kept trying to look out the window to see what was going on, and I literally couldn't tell because I was not able to really look at everything properly. And then this became orange and disappeared. Now I don't know where that went. Or that one. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's flashing. I think that when it turned black, that other one disappeared. Oh wait, I see it. We're gonna come back to it. It's really tough to see. They're definitely taking advantage of all of these clouds, the smog. I don't know even where that went. I think it just full on disappeared. Here's this. That one looks like it actually might be a plane, but I don't know, because it's cloaking, and the question then becomes, is this actually a plane that's being cloaked as it goes through the portal that's there? And it's starting to look less and less like a plane to me. In its behavior, we'll have to look closer up. There is so much happening. Look, here's another one. That's here. I think that black one that was in the center of the sky is gone. Oh, that just went left to right. Look there's more of them. What is going on? Oh, they're blocking me. Yep. Wow, and they're doing a really good job of cloaking in the sky. Even to the naked eye. This is the closest one here. Yeah, that definitely looks like a UAP decided to show me the real deal. Whoops. Found you. Look at how it's moving up and to the left and to the right. Let's see if we can. And frankly, I don't even know if this is the same one as those other, like, 4 of them. Sorry about the shaky hands. If you could only imagine my shades are resting on my head. Because I have to like stand on my tippy toes to try to see everything because I have construction that blocks my windows. It's definitely UAP. Oh, look at that. Something just came out of it. or went in it. There we go. Keeps cloaking. It really, these all don't want to be seen. I'm pretty sure that these are all galactic in nature. And based on how they're utilizing these clouds and everything, it's starting to have me wonder, are they here to, like, helping with that, or are they taking advantage of traveling through it? That one's gone. Let me see if there's more. Oh, that one just... Where is it? This is so wild. I can see it with my naked eye. This is so strange, everyone. I can literally see it right up here. It does not want... It's blocking me from being able to film it. There we go. It does not want me to get closer. There's my shade. Let's see. Nope. It does not want me to get closer. Oh, look at this! I'm gonna have to check the plane tracker to really assess which of these are planes and not, but oh. See how much it does not want me to know. It's like, I don't want you. Oh, here we go. This is huge, everyone. This is huge. This is really, really active for this hour. And they just really seem to be taking advantage of this. These clouds, sorry, my window's dirty. I think that's the last of it for now. Yeah, that's my window. Is this not absolutely amazing? Okay, so that's a very long experience. I would say on average experiences that I see that are posted out, and even a lot of the ones that I share out, are sometimes under a minute, or a couple of minutes. There are definitely times that I've had long-form experiences. I have posted less of those on TikTok and more of those on various YouTube platforms, accounts and other things, and I'll start to bring more of these to the forefront. It takes a lot of patience and also very weather dependent and location dependent in order, to determine whether someone is capable of having a really long form sighting. I've had a lot of long form sightings, but I would say where I'm located and, from the window, this is a very long happening for daytime in particular. So I really wanted to showcase all of the UAPs that I saw. What I find to be very special about this is that this is all sorts of different UAPs. There are a couple of these Tic Tacs that seem to be shape-shifting differently than other ones that I've shared and seen and looked at. I almost don't even know how to describe what some of these look like that you saw in those pictures, and I'm about to zoom in and slow-mo so that you can, really get a sense of these. There's also black orbs that are, seem to be
shapeshifting into more of those sort of the ones that look like X's and crosses and sometimes bird-like and sometimes not. I can't emphasize enough that the way that I started to pay attention to this sighting was because out of the corner of my eye, I saw a huge spark of light. Truly, a portal opened, and it happened so quickly that there was no chance that unless I was already filming it, I wasn't going to capture it. And then I, had seen the bird that pretty much seemed like a fake bird. Now I'm constantly questioning. I feel like most of these birds that I'm seeing are fake. And I was blown away. I mean, I don't even know that I actually zoomed in on all of the ones that I saw. It's quite challenging because the sky is quite big. There were so many of these happening at one time. But I would say that there was at least 6 of them, I think, is probably what I zoomed in on. There's some really key interesting moments, and I really wanted to make sure that I showcased as much as I could see with you. And, I want you to remember when I'm doing these screen recordings and I'm going over all of these, you're seeing me experiencing doing this in real time, which is why sometimes you're seeing fumbles like this where I'm fighting with the slide on my phone and the screen in order to try to capture specifically what I'm trying to capture, right? So that I definitely had a little bit more tech fun this time because there were so many different ones, and they were also, as you'll notice, they're coming from all different heights. Some of them are lower than others, and then there are ones that are crossing over each other. One is like arriving and the other is disappearing almost simultaneously. And they're also coming from different directions. So it's really interesting. Obviously, so many different questions. Part of the issue is you never know how long an experience is going to be, right? So sometimes it feels like a risk if I'm not making the intention to connect and communicate, to call them in. It sometimes, that the first thought in my mind is not, let me communicate with them extensively. I may do an initial sort of telepathic communication of okay, yes, I see you, you're here, yeah. So, while this was a very long sighting, all of these passed by really quickly, and I really did not intentionally tap in to receive information as to what was going on, but it's almost like a superhighway scenario. I mean, they were just flying by, and some of them are, if not all of them, are releasing and receiving things. But truly there was something really, really interesting about these Tic Tacs that, it's totally blowing my mind as to why they look so different. From some of the view, they look just like all of the other ones that I've been seeing lately, but the way that the cloaking, but also the kind of these different shapes, I don't know, it's mind-blowing. And honestly, it took me so long to go through all of this. It's part of why it took me so long to get this up, because I have had so many different experiences even since this, and I get a little overwhelmed in terms of, getting everything ready to share, and I don't like to rush through things. As I've said in other videos, there's absolutely merit to posting the raw video and only the raw video. I like to really show a deeper dive because I think it makes it that much clearer what's really going on, and it makes it harder for someone to be like, well, that's a plane, right? Like, I'm showing you very clearly how these are not planes. These are not birds. So as long as you all are enjoying this method, I will continue to show this because I just believe that there's always more to see than what's actually happening. And when we share together, there are things that you might see that I don't see, right? And so we get a fuller picture. Oh, that was a very interesting moment that I did not realize. And also I just realized, looking at this as I panned the camera to the left, there was actually a new one already appearing from the left side. This one was definitely an exciting capture. There's clearly something coming into it, and I found that to be just even its positioning and the rest of the things about it are really interesting. So I wanted to create a screen grab, but when there's a video with multiple sightings, zooming in, tracking them, following them, it's a lot of rewinding, and so this full video is like 15 some odd minutes, but I also go through the video to even get a sense organically what there is and what's going on. And I like showing you these unedited, so that way you can really see in real time. Also, this is giving you a sense of what captures my eye, right? So obviously, like, for example, this caught my eye because it has this really interesting energy around it, and it was, see, like, what I mean by this is it almost like extends down and like as if there's stairs that open up or something. And then it also has kind of this like cyclone vibe. There's also plenty of moments in this capture overall where there are very quick flickers and other things that are clearly coming in and out just way too fast to fully capture. I think these shapes are really interesting. I guess there's a part of me that also wonders, okay, like shape-shifting for the purpose of not being seen makes total sense to me. I think it's very interesting that they shape-shift this much. It makes me wonder, what is it specifically? Like, is it just fun for them? Are they intentionally putting on a show? It's very, very interesting. And I spoke to my landlord about letting them know that I want to clean the windows. So I am going to, right now we've been getting a lot of rain and the weather is still pretty cold. So in the next couple of weeks, I plan to figure out how to at least marginally clean my windows so that way I can get even cleaner captures, because until it's warmer weather, I prefer to, often be inside. When I capture these, it, allows me to be able to record audio better and also just be in the moment. The other thing is you'll see, there are plenty of videos previously where I have dropped everything I was doing and ran outside. And, again, as I was saying earlier, some of these captures are super quick, right? So it's like by the time I figure things out, grab my phone, put on my clothes that I need to go outside, when it's colder especially, and then run outside and try to chase from whatever the thing is, like the whole experience could be over. I do get more sky exposure once I go outside, which can give a little bit of an advantage, but it doesn't always mean that I have that much time or that I'm guaranteed to be able to capture it. especially if it's in the back part of the sky. So I'm curious, what do you all think about these parades, as I like to call them? I don't know, I just keep feeling called to call them like these parades because it's not a fleet because it's not a bunch of the same one coming out at the same time. And these are obviously different. Even the last two of them that I captured feel different than the other ones. They look more disc-like, and they're not having close up and everything. They're just not releasing seemingly and capturing things in the same way, and they're not changing their shape in the same way. So I'm curious, what do you think is going on when so many of these come, one after another from different directions and all these things? I think it would be easy to assume that the ones that look alike are there together, but that would just be an assumption. That's not necessarily true or how it functions. And who's to say that, the same beings that are with the Tic Tacs couldn't also have the black orbs? But to me, all of these felt galactic. There was just way too much going on. And, I really thought that one was a really interesting one. With the windows like that. It's really interesting. It's really interesting, and I would love to know what your perspective is in the comments. I would like you to make sure that you are coming with love and curiosity and maintaining open. Everyone's perspective is respected here. Hearing everyone's perspective is really important, and it allows us to be able to feel safe to talk about these things, to share our stories, and to, figure out really what is going on. See it at this point, that just looks like a flat disc almost. It's very strange. I'm just so curious what the purpose is between doing this. To me, the cloaking makes a lot more sense. And I do believe that, to a degree, some of this is a perspective of how fast it's moving and not necessarily the precise shape, but there's definitely something to it. And I am very hopeful that these kinds of informations will come out over time. And there's always an opportunity for me to tap in with this video to their energy and to get information. If those are videos that you're interested in, let me know. If you are seeing this before midnight and you're seeing it on TikTok, then know that tomorrow, which is going to be March 7th, at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be doing a 1-hour live stream called Look Up, which is an event that I used to do virtually and in person to get everyone a sense of different experiences. And now that you're all actually paying attention, I'm looking forward to bringing that to you. So thanks so much for watching, and I love you unconditionally. Be well. See you next time.